Hello everyone, it's I, Mr. Big T Anderson. Today we're doing another fanfiction reading of Watching the Time from the Redhead who writes. Now, this is from the Gravity Falls fandom, which I had gone over not too long ago. The reason I didn't pick this, it was kind of on the last part of the list and I already had my 15. I was like, I don't want to do another reshuffle, so yeah, between all that, it's like, okay, we'll do it here. So ta-da. Anyway, if you're new here, let me go over the rules. Links down below are to the author's page as well as the fanfiction page. If you enjoyed the story, please give a good review. Look over some of the author's other work. If you like how I do it, just let me know. I like talking about fanfiction as well. So, yeah, that's for this place. And let's begin. The venue was grand, Stan noted as he took another sip from his expensive-looking crystal champagne flute. High-arched ceilings, string globe lights, and fabric bows lining the walls. Even a small bubbling fountain in the corner of the dance floor. Neon lights flickered in spots around the room and its patrons. Or maybe that was just cataracts. The DJ was playing some new age pop song he had no hope of recognizing, while the hundreds of Mabel's friends and loved ones chatted animatedly. A buzz in the air from a combination of excitement and the complimentary candy bar. But even all that background noise still couldn't drown out the sound of Ford's foot tapping anxiously against the marble tiles. She's late. Yeah, I know. She was already late when you told me that 20 minutes ago. A half hour ago, Stanley, Ford stressed, and he sighed while peering at his watch for the 5th time in a minute. You don't suppose something's happened, do you? Stan shrugged, tugging awkwardly at the stiff bow tie around his neck. How the hell would I know? When Mabel missed her initial cue, Dipper had hurriedly assured the guests that things were just running a bit behind. The panicked, sweaty look on the kid's face did little to invoke confidence, though, and thus the guests were moved to reception hall to wait. Ford's mouth hardened into a worried line, and Stan scoffed. Come on, Poindexter, quit freaking out. So Mabel's taking her sweet time. She's probably just waiting to make some big entrance. Last I checked, the girl had a thing for the dramatic. For the first time since they'd been moved to the other room, Ford cracked a smile. I wonder where she got that from. Stan rolled his eyes, slapping his twin on the back with his free hand. You'll see. Any second now she'll burst in here, and then the only thing you're going to need to worry about is keeping everybody awake during your speech. Ford humphed, reaching into his suit jacket pocket and pulling out his set of perfectly organized cue cards. My speech was written with the utmost forethought and grammatical prowess. You didn't even write yours down. Why bother? I've got it all up here. The younger twin tapped his index finger to his temple, a smug grin on his face. Ford only grumbled in response, flipping through his notes. Stan smirked, satisfied with his attempt at distracting his brother, even if just for a second. But it was getting harder to ignore the growing knot in his own stomach, the feeling of clammy hands inside his gloves. Mabel is fine. Of course she's fine. Then a blast of an organ beginning to play had everyone in the room turning around, cheering in anticipation. Stan released a heavy breath, and he watched Ford visibly sag beside him. The old man chuckled, quickly downing the rest of the drink. Looks like it's showtime. Guests shuffled into the main hall, taking their seats in the pastel-decorated room. Seuss was already crying, blowing his nose into a checkered handkerchief. All eyes were on the back doors as the music crescended, and when they creaked open at last, the wedding party had begun to make their way through. Candy and Grinda wore matching bridesmaid dresses of pink and purple, homemade, no doubt, and aging Waddles tottered in after him, a satin pillow gripped tightly in his pudgy mouth to carry the rings. And then the moment arrived. Getting to their feet, the guests watched as the bride finally appeared in the doorway. Mabel walked down the aisle by her father's side, radiating with giddy energy. Her hair was pulled up into an intricate braid, small flowers tucked into the design to match her lace veil, and her dress. Rapid, hushed whispers broke out in the crowd. Ford's eyes bugged. Stan choked back a laugh. Patterns of multicolored stars, flowers, and swirls were splashed across the stark-white fabric, and judging by the slight sheen of the glue underneath, they were very fresh. Stan grinned as she slowed her pace next to him and Whisper yelled, much to Ford's chagrin, "Kept us waiting for an art project, huh?" Mabel beamed, sending her grunkle a quick wink. "What? I thought it needed more glitter." So there you go. Watching the time. Sorry, I had to pop my back on that one. Anyway. With this one, Gravity Falls was always a show I really liked the universe around, especially the brothers. Just liked how they kind of worked, and I think this kind of shows that, especially with, the kids growing up at Mabel's wedding. And that's why I chose it. So, hopefully you enjoyed it as well. If you did, show the author some props. And I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.